This month, a four-part docuseries by the Smithsonian Channel is set to premiere to commemorate Black history. It's called 1,000 Years of Slavery, The Untold Story. One episode will be entirely about New Orleans. Joining us to discuss this project is one of its contributors, star of hit shows like NCIS New Orleans, ER, and many, many more, CCH founder. Good morning, CC. How are you?
Thank you so much, April. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. First of all, you're one of my favorite actresses, and I know you've been a lover of New Orleans for a long time. This project is incredible. It's executive produced by Angela Bassett and her husband, Courtney Vance. Can you tell us a little bit more about how you became a part of the series, and did you actually get to work with them closely on this project?
No, I didn't get to work with them. It was an ask. And I was available at that time, and I was able to get in there and do it before I left. So one of the things about it is that we are sort of colleagues in the same gene pool. And so it was very easy to say, of course, I'll do it. As long as I'm available, I'll do it. But more than that, I got a chance to get an education out of Mayor Mark Morial, ex-Mayor Mark Morial, whose family are part of the Louisiana history. And his great-great-great-grandfather, Hadel, it shows where the plantation where he was born. We went to the Whitney plantation where he gave me so much information on the idea of slavery in terms of commerce and how people were finally able to rebel and sort of make inroads. These rebellions were not always successful, but they made impact bit by bit each time something happened. It affected the rest of the plantation and the crops and the crop owners. So this was one of my great lessons, and I was so appreciative that I got to be with Mark Morial to learn this lesson. Another thing is, I was also born in Guyana, South America, a low-lying country, a country that produced sugarcane, and so I had this incredible contrast between him and myself.
That is fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. Obviously, you've spent many years in New Orleans, and your episode actually focuses on New Orleans history and its connection to slavery. As you mentioned before, president of the National Urban League, as well as former mayor of New Orleans, Mark Morial, was also featured. Can you share more details actually about the episode, other than what you just shared, and actually your relationship to the city? I know you have a found love for New Orleans, and I always love hearing you talk about it here.
I do. I think one of the things is that we get to see how New Orleans grows up. You get to see also the close proximity between slave and slave owner. I'm always shocked when I see that that's the slave house and it's sort of immediately behind the master's house. And so these interactions, the growing of a large Creole nation, happens because of all these intermingled lives. That's one of the things, how the crops were grown, why they changed from indigo to cane. They are amazing stories about how things got done and how they went from conquered to commerce. And so it's really important that us as a nation get to see what a huge, enormous and important part that the slaves were there to create this America.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so important. Not only is it Black History Month, but recently there's been a lot of discussion of what's being taught in our schools in relation to our nation's history, particularly Black history. Can you tell us a little bit more about why you think that this project is so important?
Well, one of the things is I think there are a lot of schools that are in doubt as to whether slavery should be part of the curriculum, whether people should know about this extraordinary period in American history. But the point is that if you don't have it there, then you don't understand housing, you don't understand politics, you don't understand commerce. There are all of these things that are intricately tied to the beginnings of this country and its dealings with slavery. So if you cannot get it in schools, well, thank God there are series like this that Courtney B. Vance and his wife, Angela Bassett, have decided to produce, so that in your own home, you can get an idea of how it was and maybe even start discussions on what to do for our futures. And that's the most important thing. 1,000
Years of Slavery, The Untold Story is set to premiere on the Smithsonian Channel Monday, February 7th, and will air every Monday for the month of February.
Yes.